Hey guys, it's Flynn. Today is day 5, post-op, phalloplasty stage 1. I didn't do an update yesterday. I was gone at LA most of the day, back and forth for my post-op appointment, which they had never scheduled. So went there and they ended up removing that piece of gauze that I was telling you guys about, which feels so much better, but at the same time is now it basically like my balls dropped because they were stitched around that piece of gauze, and so as soon as they cut those sutures, everything just kind of fell. Super bruised and super swollen, she said. My urologist came in though and said that everything looks exactly how it should look, which is good. But yesterday, just the drive there and then the drive home, I was in the car for almost 5 hours, and so by the time I got home, I was super irritated, tired. Even today, I've been pretty tired. I haven't taken any oxy today. I've only been taking the gabapentin, and I haven't actually had a gabapentin since, like, I don't even, sometime early morning, which is, I'm still feeling the effects because it makes you super, like, foggy, at least me. Pain-wise, I'm not in a ton of pain, though, and I really don't want to take the oxy unless I absolutely have to. So I really haven't, I've really only had today Motrin and Tylenol. There's still obviously discomfort down there. So I've had to like keep gauze kind of tucked in all the folds because I don't have implants, testy implants yet. Again, it's just kind of empty sacs that are down there. But because my penis is still draining fluid and a little bit of blood, and then I have like sutures that go all the way up and down from front to back, up until the close to my penis area. It's all pretty tender and kind of just like weeping. So I got to keep gauze down there. Was given some instruction. I was able to shower yesterday, which was nice. I've already taken 2. Kind of gently soap and water. I got to get in between all the folds and creases and whatnot down there to make sure they're clean. So that was actually probably the nicest point of all this, is just being able to shower and sit in there for a minute. I got some instruction on what the next kind of month is going to look like. I was telling Nina and some people that I was worried that, like, because I have a catheter, that I was going to kind of forget how to pee when it came time to actually having to go pee by myself. Which is kind of true, because starting on the 17th, I believe, I have to start bladder training. So basically they gave me a plug which will fit inside my catheter tube. Starting the 17th, they want me to plug it up and wait for my bladder to fill, basically. And when I feel the urge to have to go pee, to unplug the catheter and just drain it into the toilet. And to do that, however frequently, depending on how much fluid I drink, will depend on how frequently I'm draining it. But to kind of get, I guess, the mind muscle memory back, that, my bladder's telling my brain that I got to go to the bathroom. So, because right now I really don't have that all that much. I have some spasms every now and again where it feels like I have to go, but the catheter is just constantly draining. So, she wants me to do that for a couple weeks, and then come like the end of the end of June, actually keeping my catheter plugged, because I'll still have my catheter up until the 1st of July. But keeping my catheter plugged, and when I feel the urge to have to go to actually urinate out of my penis. And so that'll be kind of, I don't know, I'm a little nervous. I don't know if it's gonna hurt. I don't know if it's like actually gonna come out. I have to look for areas of urine leaking from anywhere else other than the tip of my penis. Somewhere in my scrotum maybe, that might be, because then that's signs of a fistula, and then we'll have to cross that bridge on getting that repaired. So hopefully though, you know, the only urine that's coming out is straight out the tip. She told me that she didn't think I was going to have any problem standing to pee, and that I had really good bottom growth over the last 3 years from testosterone, and that I gained a little bit of extra growth, but it's kind of hard to say really how much more length I got from the release. So, but it was nice to hear that, you know, I got good growth in general, and that standing to pee is probably not going to be an issue. It'll just depend on flow and how much obviously urine I have in my bladder and the amount of pressure that is going to come out. So, the catheter itself, it's in a little bit longer than I thought I was going to have it in. I'll actually, all right. So I had to stop and start again, but so here's, I just have it strapped to my underwear, but the tube itself is on the top of my thigh, and then it actually is coming out right above my pubic area. And so this is where they had gone in here through my belly button and here for my hysterectomy, and they did all the snips and then pulled everything out through the vagina before they stitched you all up. But that's where the suprapubic catheter is right there, and that'll stay there for quite a while. So that I just have to, you know, keep clean with soap and water, and it just drains into the bag, and I empty the bag as frequently as I need to. I haven't had as much fluid today, so that kind of depends on the color and how much is in there, but yesterday I drank a ton of water, and I had to keep emptying it constantly because it was more than halfway full. But I don't go back to the doctor until the 1st of July. I have a couple virtual appointments, one with the OB doctor like on the 14th, I think, and then another virtual one towards the almost end of the month, I think, and then an in-person. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. Emotionally, I've been a little bit, probably a lot of bit irritable yesterday and today. I also realized that yesterday was my shot day, and I completely forgot, and so I did my shot tonight. And I'm maybe wondering if that's partly why I'm feeling a little more irritable, just irritated and kind of short. I think I'm already feeling like antsy, and I'm not even a weekend yet. I can't drive. I can't, you know, I'm going to see my kids tomorrow, but like I can't pick them up. I can't play with them really. And I guess I'm just feeling a little like invalid, and I don't like feeling that way, and I'm feeling kind of a bother to other people because I have to like, oh, can you give me this? Can you give me that? Can I, you know, they sit down and then, oh, can you get right back up to go grab me this or do this? And so I'm feeling like overwhelming to people, which it's in my head, and I'm getting, you know, it's me and me alone. I have group tomorrow, and so I'm gonna definitely log into group, and I probably need to schedule a therapy appointment before I get too much in my head and really start either lashing out or being a complete and utter mess. So, I kind of want to get out of the house a little bit, but at the same time, I don't really want to sit in a car, and I don't really want to be around people all that much right in this minute, but so I'm kind of like all over the place. And like I said, I'm only not even a week in, so I can just imagine how the weeks are going to go. And like I feel some discomfort down there, but it's not like I'm not in pain, and so like I feel like maybe I could go out and, you know, be out in public, and but then I'm like, I don't really want to be around anybody. I don't want to see anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. So anyway, I'll probably make it a therapy appointment, and I'll talk to my therapist tomorrow during my group. But it's probably a good thing that group is here and tomorrow, so I can kind of talk a little bit, just get it out, air it out. So that's really it for yesterday and today, day 5. I'm debating on whether or not to kind of start any, I don't, this sounds weird, but like either like an OnlyFans or, I know there's a couple other sites that are, like a little more provocative, only for educational purposes and to show photos of the progression and kind of what everything looks like down there for those who are thinking of having bottom surgery and have no clue. And it's not for any other purpose other than education. But I'm thinking about it. I don't know that I'm actually going to do that. I don't know. Sheriff's Department might have some kind of policy on that. I have no idea. But so there's that. I think really that's kind of where I've been the last day and a half. But I'll check in tomorrow. I did my shot tonight, so we'll see if maybe that plays a difference in my mood. But other than that, I'll talk to you guys later.